Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. AOT Sundays, we are here for the next episode, this being episode 10 of the final season, or episode 69 overall, episode 69 on Valentine's Day. Ain't that something? But happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I'm single and lonely, but at least I have AOT, and obviously I've loved what we've had recently, especially like the whole mental thing. You know, we saw like Armin's perspective and how he was kind of reflecting on these events that have been happening recently. Then you see Eren, totally the total opposite, really. You see Eren at the end of the previous episode, he's just saying fight, fight, fight. Like that's the only thing on his mind. But Eren was looking, he was like something else at the end of the previous episode, that's for sure. But besides that, we did go back 3 years, kind of saw how a lot of things got to this point in the present, especially with Zeke and how they tie in, Zeke and like the volunteers and how they tie into the plan that we have going on right now. So I really love how they did that. Love what we had with Niccolo, Sasha, continuing to throw salt on the wounds. Of course, you know, going to miss her and do miss her, but we got to move on. We got to move on. We're going to see what we have with this episode. Zypher will be joining me as always, and his link will always be down in the description below. So yeah, guys, with all that said, let's get into this episode. Here we go. Dude, you see the way he looked at her? Like, leave me alone. Bro, oh my god.
Yo, just such a troll.
It's really, like, something's wrong with you, bro. Like, what's up with you?
Something's wrong with both of them, bro.
That is true. Even I haven't talked in the mirror. And that was everyone after the previous episode.
Whoa, what?
They said sacrifice Historia? Oh, it's this girl, this chick.
The hell? Damn, they kept it secret from us.
Right, right. Whoa.
Whoa, so she belongs to like a royal family, the Ackermans. Right?
I don't know, they just dropped this shit out of nowhere, though.
Bro, is that looking a little big?
Dude, he looking like Megamind, bro. Like, aw, Historia. It's Valentine's Day. Chill, chill. I'm not surprised she did know about this because, like, she had, like, ties with Willie. Ice burst stone. You need us. Look how Eren's looking at this.
Oh, because then he would have to use Historia.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's how they're gonna segue into what Han said.
They must bear... Hold on. Until their 13-year term ends, they must bear as many kids as possible. So are they trying to imply that Eren and Historia are gonna have kids?
She's royal blood. So
and he has the founding Titan.
It's Valentine's Day, man. I mean,
Eren Yeager going to work. Okay, I see where this is going. Valentine's Day.
That's what they're foreshadowing. Is that Pixis?
Oh, he's gonna agree with it. Yep. Oh! Excuse me?
That would put the beast. That would put the Beast Titan into. It would be royal blood. Yeah, this is the last thing he wanted to do. Apparently, this changed though, right? Aww.
She probably felt happy about that.
Yeah.
You know, Historia was probably thinking for the betterment of everybody, but he's like, fuck that. Yo, why is he threatening her?
I mean, he is right though. Like, what do you think this cell gonna do?
Oh,
yo,
bro,
chill, Eren, chill.
Yo, the way she tried to play off too, she was terrified.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. I mean, dude. Damn.
Oh shit. Bro, they're dropping so much on us.
Like it was nothing. Like Historia does. I mean, they did say that. Okay, she's gonna have to have these kids, but that was like 2 years ago. They went through with it.
What I'm interested in is like Eren was so against it, and then what happened? But then Han says you sacrificed Historia, but in the thing we saw, he was against it.
So
then what
something happened.
I mean, something happened
to where his mind changed, or it could have been someone else. But I mean, the way Han just she was talking, it would make you think, okay, Eren had some part to play in there.
I think this is bullshit. I think this is a false story they told.
Crazy talk. Why would you risk? Yeah, like why would you do that, dude? What?
That's so stupid.
This guy's just he's drunk.
Oh, what the? Mikasa.
Oh my god, bro. An acronym for you. Dude, they keep like flipping back and forth between the.
He's like, you guys are all getting so tall.
He's a midget. They did say they were greedy.
That's what I've always said. You always fear the unknown.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so we're seeing all the lead up to.
Oh, yeah. Before they even were in Marley.
Attack.
So really what their plan was from the beginning was to try and get to know them, but saw what ended up happening. There was no other way.
Damn, Eren's got only 5 years left. Sounded like he has a big ego, but he is kind of right.
We've saw Gene though, like we've saw him hesitate in certain situations though.
They're all actually trying to be selfless, to be honest, because they don't want their friends to die in 13 years.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all just looking out for each other. They continue to throw the salt on the wound. Damn.
You're contradicting yourself.
Man, the way he's looking at her here.
Like he's like genuinely concerned.
Right. What an interaction that was, like, bro.
Two dumbasses. More than anyone else.
Damn. And Mikasa too. All of them now.
There's some humanity there, dog.
Oh man. Uh-huh. Look how much it's changed though. That's from like a couple years ago to now in the present. Right. So yeah, that's probably what triggered Eren's change in how he was thinking.
Damn, he said that wasn't Eren.
Ooh.
You know, I think it's gonna go down that path.
Where they're gonna have to cut him down at some point.
Yeah, like I think Eren's
It's just gonna reach a
with
point.
Zeke.
It's just gonna reach a point where it's insanity. She really just doesn't want to believe that Eren has changed like this much. That he's different. He's not the same Eren.
Whoa, Connie.
Whoa.
Oh, you were right.
Yeah.
Mate.
He was like getting emotional too. It was like a mix of reactions from him. She's like, man, I can't say anything about that.
They're plotting against him. I mean, they have to.
Oh my god.
This is fucked, man. They have to plot against like their own homie they've known since day one.
Yeah. That's how much shit has changed. Wow.
What? That's the whole episode?
Wow. This episode was so much to take in, dog.
Bro, I have to rewatch after a couple hours.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, and like how they were like flipping, they were like, I think most of it was like flashback, but they did flash to the present too at certain points. Like they were kind of going back and forth, so it was like
right towards the end there too.
Yeah, but
it's
lot.
A sad reality, man. Connie and Jean know that they're gonna eventually have to turn against Eren. Mikasa can't.
Even Armin.
No, Armin's like 50-50. He knows he's gonna go.
Like he wants to hear him out, but he also is
knows.
Thinking about.
They know they've lost him.
Like Armin's like kind of thinking ahead too. Like he's thinking right now in the present, like, okay, we can try and talk to Eren and see what his goals are and whatnot. But at some point, it may come down to where we have to, as he talked about at the end.
And
there.
I think they're gonna need that conversation because Armin and Mikasa are gonna have to like finally make that decision of like, okay, we can't rely on Eren anymore.
And that's crazy because Armin, Mikasa, especially Mikasa.
Guys, bro, you could think back to like season 1 when Eren first transformed and that ribcage popped down. You protected them. Like they've been through shit all together, especially Armin and Mikasa. And to think that
Mikasa against like especially someone like Mikasa and Armin.
Dude,
bro.
because like I think the reason why they're even mentioning all this, it's so obvious. Like it's obvious. Like it's not bad. Like it's obvious that Eren's gonna probably side with Zeke. It's probably what happened.
We got to get that conversation, right? We have to get like whatever like happened with Zeke and Eren, or that conversation or whatever was there, right? We have to get that. You would
Also, do
you
you
would think
the
you know?
story with Historia is fake with the who she got impregnated by? I think it's bullshit. I think that's the story that they spread to like falsify who it's from.
Maybe I don't know. That whole thing was like kind of odd to me. Like I get the whole like what they like a part of that plan or whatever. Like that was in the present when they flashed to that. Like there's like a chunk or like a gap we're missing, you know, because like there's where it was it was like
slowly getting there.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago or whatever. They're talking about like the plan that they were kind of laying out, but they were against it at that point. And then if we were at the present right there when Historia was apparently pregnant, then obviously something had to happen. Now, like we were talking about, is it Eren? Is it not? Like,
dude,
who the fuck?
There's so much Historia's
and
dad,
then
Eren, like getting
the
like,
stuff with the Ackermans and that like the one clan that they went into, like with Mikasa. There might have been a lot of BS. There might have been a lot of BS in this episode.
I think Zeke is 100% the person that changed Eren, because if you look at it, 2 years ago, right, from the present, Eren still cared. You could tell the way he blushed, the way he looked at them. But he had that conversation with Zeke, and they even said that like he's going with Zeke's plan. Something changed within him when he had that conversation with Zeke, and now I'm ready for that conversation, because what the hell did this man feed him?
When we get that
switched up,
and then even I think of season 3 part 2. Remember when Zeke Zeke,
like, there's so much you need to know.
Yes.
And that, like, there's like implications for that. And like I've mentioned this early in the season, Nate. But within that same episode, I believe Eren even mentions that the protagonist of the story is not him. It's Armin. And so like now we see Armin finally, like that conflict of interest is about to start sparking, where like
Armin might be the main one. Armin might be the main one, like with the plan to take down Eren if it has to come to that point. But I mean, there's just so many little indicators there, right? Like even that Eren, Eren and Hodge,
obviously he's still the way I would put it is like he's still the protagonist, but he's becoming the villain of the story, right? Like he's becoming the villain of the story, and unfortunately that's the way it's going because of the circumstances they're in. And then Armin is gonna be having has to be the person to take down his best friend, because he's becomes the villain story. That's just where I think the story is headed.
I mean,
think that's sad and cool as fuck at the same time.
That's what it seems like, what direction they're going down. Honestly, just I mean, Armin, he is being Armin though. He is trying to see it from both sides. Like, okay, I'm gonna hear out Eren, and then but it may come to a point. Like he is gonna probably be the main one that has like the strategy, or maybe just the sole one that has to deal with Eren when it comes down to it. Mikasa as well. But there's so many indicators in this episode where it's like, obviously our other characters pointing it out that Eren is not the Eren we knew before. That's big. But that Eren and Hans, yes, like
he was about to transform right on her. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like Eren and Han scene, like what they were talking about at the end of the episode. I mean, there's so many things in this episode. It's just like something really changed Eren like that. And that conversation with Zeke and Eren, when we get that in full, like when we get that whole conversation, that's gonna be a big episode. That's gonna be, and it might be like soon. It might be next episode or some shit. I don't know. All right, guys. So that about does it for this episode of Attack on Titan. A lot to take in with this episode for sure. This is going to be one of those episodes. I feel like I'll be rewatching some of the episodes of AOT just from this final season in general. But this is really one of those episodes that I'm going to have to rewatch, because this was a lot to take in for sure. So I'm going to give it a little bit of time, after the reaction goes up and whatnot, and watch this episode again. But if you guys, without spoiling, of course, maybe like clear up some things, or just whatever your viewpoint is on this episode, on a lot of the stuff that we got in here, definitely let us know. And we hope you guys did enjoy the reaction. If you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and also subscribe to Zypher's channel. His link for his video will be down in the description, like I said before. And yeah, that about does it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.